Oh yeah, just look at that sticky goodness. Next up on Uncle Hemi Barbecue, we got the honey bourbon glazed pork back ribs. Here's what you'll need to pull this off. Don't worry, the list may look intimidating, but this is super easy. You're gonna prep these bad boys the night before, so get them out of the cryovac, rinse them off, and dry them with some paper towel. If this is your first time doing ribs, watch carefully. What we're doing here is we're taking the membrane off the back of the ribs. This shit doesn't render down. It doesn't allow the spices to penetrate the meat. It doesn't let the smoke hit the meat. It's just a pain in the ass. You want to get rid of this. I zoomed it in here so you can see what my little magic fingers are up to. So use a fork prong or a knife to separate the bone from the membrane, and then just get your fingers in there and pull it all apart. It's super simple. If you don't have gloves, you can use paper towel to get a good grip on it, but it should come apart easy. Voila, you're rid of that pesky stuff. Now moving on to the good stuff. Get out your lamberts, sweet rub of mine, and go to town on these things. Smother the top, the back, the bottom, the side, whatever. Just cover these ribs in this rub. Get every square inch. Look at that. Beautiful. I did mention in the title that you'll be able to use your oven for these if you don't have a smoker. So make sure you get some liquid smoke because you're going to be using that in the glaze. Now that you got these ribs coated in that beautiful seasoning, wrap them up nice and tight in that foil blanket, give them a kiss, and send them to bed. Why, good morning, sweetheart. Head outside, get that smoker fired up at 225. If you're using your oven today, same thing, set it at 225. You're going to want to rest these on a rack of some sort sitting on a baking sheet. Next up, we're going to make the glaze. So get yourself a medium-sized saucepan, all your ingredients, mince your shallot, your garlic, your candied ginger. Toss it all in and hit it on a medium to low heat. You want to get it simmering, but you don't want it bubbling too hard. Now, if you're going to use the oven, toss that liquid smoke in here now. If you're not using the oven, don't worry about it. Let it gently simmer and reduce for about 5 to 7 minutes, and then pour it into another container and mix in the lime juice and let it cool. After about an hour, take your glaze outside and start brushing it on your ribs. Again, if you're using the oven, same thing. Don't mind me and my crafty brushwork. I'm just making sure these things are coated nicely. Every hour you're gonna hit these. I must admit, these are looking pretty fucking good. We're cusping the 3.5 hour mark, so we're gonna pull them off, put them in foil, lather them with the glaze again, and pour a 1/4 cup of ginger beer in each one. Close them up and throw them back on the grill or in the oven for another hour. Take them out of the foil and glaze both sides. Crank the heat in your smoker to a searing temp or turn your oven to broil. Put the meat to the heat one last time, but you got to keep an eye on these. They only need a few minutes. Now get out your outrageously oversized chef's knife and start slicing these things up because they're ready to be enjoyed. If you decide to follow along and make these, please give my Instagram handle a shout out, Uncle Hemi Barbecue, and then tag me in your creation. I'd love to see how you fared out.